You know, it's funny that you mention this because it's absolutely right. And I will tell you about the time that you missed the rapture. Okay, so what do I mean by you missed the rapture? And I don't just mean you, Amanda, but everybody. Everybody, the last 2,000 years has missed the rapture. If we take the judgment of God on Jerusalem and his removal of his people before it happened. So if there was ever a rapture to be had, it was about 2,000 years ago in Jerusalem. And when the Romans were coming, they were going to stomp down the city, destroy the temple, and this all happened around 78 AD. And just prior to that happening, there is an account of an angel coming and warning the church it was happening and coming so that they could all escape and be removed from this coming judgment, which is also, as we should know, what Jesus warned about when he's in Mark 13, chapter 14, when he says, you know, when you see the judgment and desolation coming, flee to the mountains in Judea, disappear. And this is what is known as the flight to Pella. And Pella is a place in Jerusalem about 75 miles away from the capital. I looked this up on Google Maps. It would take about 26 hours to walk from Jerusalem north to this place called Pella. But that's exactly what happened. And this, for all intents and purposes, was the rapture of the church prior to the judgment that God brought on Jerusalem. The account of this oracle that appeared and came to the church via an angel is in Eusebius's church history, and a guy called Epiphanius, if I'm saying that right, he writes about it as well. Which if we go to Matthew 24, verse 31, we see Jesus saying that just before the trumpet call of judgment is coming, he will send his angels out to gather his elect. So in a sense, we see this. An angel comes, warns the church in Jerusalem, and they flee into the Judean surrounding country, to this town called Pella, and then the Romans come and smite down Jerusalem and destroy it all, and not one Christian believer at the time was lost in the war because of this. So I think it's pretty amazing that we can see that an angel did come and gather the elect, remove them from the city, sent them off to safety before the Great Tribulation came upon Jerusalem and destroyed everything. And if you want to call it this, then they were raptured away. So this is about as close as I'll get to admitting of a rapture, because in terms of what most people consider the actual rapture, I don't think it's a separate event from the second coming, and there's, I'd say, I have good reasons for that, and I will go into that in another video to follow up from this one. So let me know in the comments what you think about this, and I'll hopefully put some of the references on the screen if I remember. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this.